Odd jobs. So that should be everything then. So if we head back to Amber Heights, that should be a couple of hand-ins there. Stellar Bay should be the rest.
Good luck in all that you do.
And that should be us done.
What are you buying?
Hey, I fixed all your stuff.
I'll be damned. Thanks for doing that. Here. Zora sets aside a bit or two for people who help out. Before you ask, no, it ain't pay. Just being generous to folks who do a good turn.
Ah, that's another thing actually. I would like to see if there's a way we can get leadership responsibilities passed over to Zora.
Oh, Nyoka, how have you been?
Better, worse, I don't know, you know?
Yep, nothing on this moon for nobody. There's a lot of heartbreak.
I found Lamont's body.
You know, a tiny part, a damn stupid part of me hoped he was still out there. What happened?
They bought themselves a ticket off World.
Damn. Well, you find our box of memories?
Yeah, thing is, I found a list of agents in that outpost and you aren't on it.
Well, ain't you clever? Fine. I was supposed to pick him up that night. Thing is, another offer came along. Bit more lucrative.
Let me guess, that's not a box of memories.
Surely ain't. But it'll buy me some better ones. Look, I like your gumption. I was gonna share the bits, but here's a couple extra. Now go on. Leave an old man to his past.
Alright, I'm going. So we got the lockpick up to where I wanted it, so that's up to 80. I don't think I'm gonna bother too much more with the companion stuff. It's actually kind of difficult whenever I'm looking at these to decide what do I actually care about. Increased weapon damage is probably going to be a really good idea. I think I will basically get Persuade pretty high. Alright, perks. Again, we're at the stage now where I kind of had the main ones that I wanted. There was nothing about time dilation anymore that I could get. Maybe now I literally start pushing into carry capacity. Yeah, let's do that.
What?
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
I got your rollers.
Thank the Eternal that someone's got some sense in their head. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
She isn't. Sanchar has declared a stop sale.
That is most unfortunate. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony.
Let me ask you something about spreading the
Yes?
truth. What exactly are you going to put in the magazines?
A subtle lesson here, a word about the eternal there. In small ways, I hope to bend the public's mind towards seeing the truth.
But why go to all this trouble?
The corporations have been shackling workers' souls for centuries. Workers are glorified slaves to their companies, to their society, to their own minds. Free will has all but vanished. I believe that by freeing oneself from the corporate structure, indeed from the very rules of man, one can find their own truth. And, through that, the cosmic truth that binds us all. The eternal truth.
Even if we clean up the press, how will you get the magazines to Terra too?
Our very resourceful sublight friends have already agreed to help. For their standard fee, of course. They'll replace periodicals around the colony with our subtly edited versions. The board's workers will learn of our truth without even realizing it.
Right, back to the mission.
Certainly.
What's next?
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there.
The Van Noys?
Find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
You're lucky they don't have airlocks on Monarch, or someone would have helped you into one by now.
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them.
You could have sent them after backing Zora up, right?
Yes, you're damn right he could have. But he's so obsessed with preaching that he's become blind to our actual problems. Look, just... if the Van Noys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
I'll do everything I can. We aren't done here then. So I thought we were going to just hand this stuff in and that would be it. I am going to go to Stellar Bay though. I'm still going to go there and hand in the quest that we've got for that area because it might end up being that... Oh cool, yeah, I've got the fast shovel there. Might end up being that they send us out somewhere like this anyway. Just double check how many hand-ins we've got. Family Matter, pick a scheme. Yeah, okay, so we can kind of hand these in as we move along. Tucker, why are you here?
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound. Tell the Captain how grateful we are, Tuck Tuck.
Mama, I told you that I'm not staying. I just came back to talk to you about why I left. Then I'm going back to Amber Heights.
Oh, we'll get that silliness sorted out. You're safe here with me, and that's how it's going to stay. Isn't that right?
Your son's a grown man.
What a sour thing to say. My little boy will always need me. I'm his mama, you know.
Mama, what I need is for you to listen to what I want for once. But that's between us. Now you promised the captain a reward, so settle up. Then you and me are gonna have a long talk.
You get in there,
Here,
Tucker.
kind stranger. This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my tuk-tuk home safe again.
Good luck. Thanks for the money. So the next one to hand in was this guy.
You look like a man who's looking for...
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in the wrong place.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or manticlaws, I've got you covered.
No, thank you. But I did find Pickett's journal.
He'll probably be wanting it back. You see any sign of him?
I found the journal inside a dead Mantiqueen.
Funny place to leave a journal. But what about Mr. Pickett?
Are you really that dense? Maybe we'll be nice to him. He's an escape artist.
Mysteries of the universe, I guess. So this journal is all he left behind? Seems like I ought to read it. Looks mighty long, though.
Maybe focus on not sending anyone else out against the Mantiqueen.
Yeah, you're probably right. In any case, I appreciate you tracking down Mr. Pickett for me. Here's some bits for your trouble. Huh?
And then final hand-ins.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch. What can
I think Celia was the one that it said earlier should have been the person who was promoted. What was that exchange about? You having money trouble?
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Do you normally do that?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Why are you doing that?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
I'm curious, what are you seeing, Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Good to have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking for.
Number one is such an odd option. You really want to be with someone... Oh, you can't talk to? I thought it was someone you can.
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny. Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
You look like a man...
Let's start with Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Would you consider going on a date with her?
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
Yeah, maybe Chef Raymond's the only restaurant in town. Yeah, great idea.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
He said he'll go out on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on.
He likes you.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
And you should know, you're getting excellent reviews from across the company. What can I do for you?
Isaac Rose is dead.
But that's terrible. What happened?
It was Elijah around the amount of time.
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them. Eventually.
Of course you would have.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
I have a question about MSI and the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did they get kicked off the board?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
You mean you did it yourself?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2, but back then it was known as Terra 1.
What happened to the other corporations?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards.
That ain't fair. They didn't leave on account of the hazards. They left on account of their cowardice. The hazards just gave them a reason to put to paper.
Sharp as ever, Nyoka. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
Meaning you and Graham, right?
Ah, so you've heard about our prior acquaintance.
There's no sense being coy about it. We're partners now, aren't we?
I suppose you're right. Graham's always had a way with words. Strange as it may seem, I suspect he'd have quite the corporate career if he weren't so radical. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago, and we both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely.
Why were you so infested years ago?
Reforms are humane, but they're also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
I take it your leadership didn't embrace your ideas?
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else.
I guess you missed the transport.
Many of us chose to stay behind. And as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
But why would they do that?
I don't know.
Why do you want back on the
Why
board?
wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, that'd go a long way toward rebuilding our homes.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes. It'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
What is the hazard clause?
It's straight bullshit is what it is. A fabrication rich folks use to preserve their investments, by leaving a lot of people here to die slow.
Nyoka has the right of it. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous. For the greater good. Allegedly.
And they've invoked it on Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
I want to talk about something
What can
else.
I do for you?
I find your review.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
Yeah, you sent me in there to clean up after
I
you.
didn't mean for any harm to come to you. This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
Your left kidney?
One of the executives required a transplant.
He's lucky they didn't want a liver or a heart.
I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
Well, did it?
Apparently not.
Who cares what they think? You're in charge now.
In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the board and surviving only through the hypocrisy of our trading partners.
You have made it work.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
Yeah, how do we replace you with somebody else?
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Sorry about pausing that video. Obviously,
Try to control yourself,
after this,
sir.
I'll see if I can edit it out. I'm not
You
really...
have any idea how powerful this is? Corporations
Not the
have
best
been
at
toppled
editing
with
things,
less.
but had a phone call that I had to take. How exactly is the data cartridge going to help?
What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of that. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
So you do want to go against the board?
What Mr. Nandi means is that we have some rather momentous information to deliver to the board. Or we will, with your help.
I'm listening.
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Those bastards. Leave us to our perils, then come back just to reap what they can.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
What does that mean for me?
If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
Actually, I found a data cartridge with details of UDL.
Already? If only the rest of the colony operated as efficiently as you. Imagine what a different state we'd be in, hmm? I'll complete the Bolt 52 in no time. I dare say it'll be my second greatest achievement after the reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge?
Not so fast. What are these reformations?
I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation.
I don't know what you think you're gonna accomplish. I'd just as soon reorganize it into itty-bitty pieces with a really big gun, but you just keep being you.
You can't build anything that way. What's the point?
It's fun.
Nonsense! There's nothing more invigorating than a well-developed 10-year plan. But truly, I am getting ahead of myself. First, I need to submit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course.
I'm not going to give him the data straight away.
I don't understand.
I want to see if
Where
there's
is it?
anything else to use with it. Oh, yeah. Let's be a prick about it. Not so fun having someone jerk your chin, is it?
Is this about the Bolt 52? Please, I wasn't trying to mislead you. Anyway, I don't think I can handle this back and forth. I'm used to crushing disappointment, but not after having reason to hope. That makes it all considerably worse.
No, so we have to give him it.
I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
So we got no more quests in here to do. Let's get this level up done. Persuade. Keep pushing with that. So the quest we've got now, we've got the... We have that, that's fine. We were already doing that. Science weapon on the Groundbreaker. We'll get that when we get back. Slaughterhouse Clive, so we need to go and speak to her. Velma at the fishery. Velma at the fishery. Was that here? Where was that? That was here, right? It definitely was here. I need to find, I think it's like the factory doors. And we're going through that, and then there were like sewers out the back of it.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for rat musk.
Velma, was it you?
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Yeah, it was. Okay, bad news about
That he's
Braxton.
got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift? That's... Wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
It's a rotten way to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Nope. Okay, well, considering I need to leave anyway, I'm going to have a look at this. No, it's not sewers at all. Thought it was going to be some sort of underground area. So that means we do have to still go to Fallbrook. But we'll do Terra 1 publications first.
What was that?
It's the twins. Surprised you two needed backup.
Ha! Gonna sell your shit for beer money.
Talk to May.
Nyoka, you're a sight right now, I'll tell you what. We are up a creek.
I bet. You really come this far north for a printing press?
Yeah, I know, but that's the mission. Don't suppose y'all are busy right now.
Sora sent me to get you. Once you're out, see if I'll see to that press.
Thank the Eternal. We could use a hand. But we can't leave without patching these guys up. Acker here is bleeding out and Jensen can't see straight. Our medic has got our trauma kit, but we got separated. We ain't seen him in a couple of hours.
My professional medical advice is to get out of here as soon as possible. Bleeding might kill him, but wrapped definitely will.
How many years of medical school went into that word of wisdom? Sorry. We appreciate the assist. We just need to find our medic so we can do exactly as you say. Get the hell out.
Got it, I'll see if I can find him. No, I wouldn't mind so much if they would just let me do it. Pay for the printer, so... Wait a minute. The medic should be inside here.
Opening fire! That's how it's done!
Actually, it wouldn't make sense that the medic's in there, because they haven't been inside there yet. Maybe we should... I guess we should have asked them where the medic was. Maybe that would trigger respawn or something.
Any luck?
Where'd he go?
I sent him north of the press to find...
North of the Prest. So... Pay for the printer. It doesn't give a quest for this. Oh, it does? Okay. I thought this was just 2 entrances into that one place.
Any luck out there?
Find your trauma kit, but he's dead.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's better than nothing. Thanks. We'll head out as soon as we're patched up.
That's a pretty decent looking shotgun. God, our shotgun's really this bad. My lord. That is one terrible gun.
Great work.
Some status UDL masks. Okay, nothing really important. So that takes back out. Up the stairs just after this. Terry's birthday. No, okay. Install rollers. All right. With that done, we leave. So we had the main quest. Go to Fallbrook. Finish off the. I think we only have the one quest here. Oh, this is the wrong place. Fallbrook was here.
You seen Arthur today?
Now there's a woman who knows which.
How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards.
I've got a proposition from Clive.
Oh, this ought to be good. What does he mean to offer in exchange for his no-account life?
He'll be your cleaner.
True enough. I got bodies piling up, drawing attention where they ought not to be. But if I take the factory, I don't need Clive to dispense of my messes. Can appoint someone to handle it myself. Point taken. Good help is hard to come by. Plus, Clive doesn't seem the type to upchuck his boards during dismemberment. Still, you're asking me to walk away from easy money.
Yeah, it's hard work.
So are a lot of things in life. And your point is? All right.
Free
I'll be
profits.
convinced. Reckon I owe you a finder's fee. Don't spend it all in one place, unless it's here.
Took care of your little drug running problem.
Funny, you don't look like Nelson Mason. Funnier still, I wasn't aware of an existing problem.
You try to cut costs.
That dunderhead. Can't hardly fathom how that panned out. Let me guess, it involved blood and guts and fur in places that don't merit mention. Well, you got my begrudging gratitude for cleaning the mess.
That's enough for now. Amazing. Okay, so we got quite a lot tidied up there. So we got Groundbreaker, go back to Graham. They're both in this planet. So, yeah, back to Graham.
If you'll just listen...
No, no more listening. No more preaching. We are losing people left and right. We need to act.
Enough, Zora. I'm not putting the torch to innocent people. Do you want to bring the board's cruisers and gunships down on us? Captain, apologies, but our situation grows dire. Our people talk of foolish endeavors. What news do you bring?
If there are gunships, they sure didn't stop me from landing here.
They are armed all the same. All they need is a good reason, and war is one such reason.
Well, the printing press is all yours.
Excellent.
Did you find the Vanois?
Yeah, they're on their way back.
Thank the Eternal.
We're one step closer to bringing the truth to every man, woman, and child in Halcyon. This plan's brilliance is in its subtlety. For the time being, let us cease our activities on the tower, lest we bring premature attention upon us. I have much to do, articles to write, sermons to ponder. We live in such an exciting time. Let's talk later.
Hey, I need to see to the wounded, but drop by the clinic when you can. I want a word.
Ooh. Is it eventually going to happen? Can I just speak to her now?
Hey.
Oh, come on. So that leaves the radio tower as the only quest here. So we'll give her time to get into her room, and then we will we'll continue on from there. Hurry up. Go. Go.
Hey, Captain. I need your help, and we ought to keep it hush-hush. You know about what happened here, right? The history of Amber Heights?
Famous pirate raid, right? A little messy for my tastes, but those guys were in and out like pros.
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already been abandoned, but nobody could find them. The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby rat nest. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. I bet it opens a door.
The Amber Heights gate?
Right. The access codes to Amber Heights. What gets me is, if this belonged to the pirates, that means they knew someone there. If someone gave them the gate code, all those deaths, Captain, all that blood is on their hands.
Random door code doesn't
sound
sound
useful. I know it's a long
useful.
shot, but if we miss something there, if you can get into that station, maybe we can get some answers.
Why are we keeping this to ourselves?
Graham isn't fond of talking about the history here. He had friends who worked here. The massacre hit him pretty hard. You know him. Live and let live and all that. I don't want to burden him right now, especially if this ends up being a dead end.
Or if it's Graham who arranged it. Okay, go to the relay station, see if the code's useful. Anything else?
Just a warning. The area is infested with mantisaurs. I'd send some help, but we're, preparing for war.
Right, I'm on it.
Appreciate it. Here's the code. If it works, bring back anything you find. Supplies are best, but information's good too. If someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, it'd give a lot of people around here some closure to find out who and string them up. Good luck. Watch out for the Taros.
Cool. So it gives us a couple more quests to do, actually. So it could be, that must be the... Yeah, that's relay station. When you said relay station, I thought it was going to end up being the one that was off planet.